Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to recap the third game of Guardians-Orioles, and I'll do the Dodger game tonight, SummerSlam as well. I want to get this done before SummerSlam finishes. The Orioles, they win game 2 here, 7-4. The offense really come alive tonight for the Orioles. Zach Eflin also had another solid start, so 2 really solid starts in my opinion from Zach Eflin to start his career as a Baltimore Oriole. I thought the bullpen done a solid job after Zach Eflin left the game. But yeah, the Guardians, you're probably like, oh, why are you putting Pedro Avila and or Xavier Curry in high leverage innings? Well, their bullpen's been taxed because, you know, the starters haven't gone as long as of late, and they've had to use their bullpen a lot. So Stephen Vogt isn't going to use those guys if the bullpen isn't taxed, because if their bullpen isn't taxed, they're going to use those guys in those high leverage situations, you know, to give himself a shot. This game was 3-2 Baltimore until the 8th inning, where they put this game away with 4 runs in the 8th inning. The offense was great from that. 15 hits for 7 runs. The Orioles really needed a game like this offensively, because they kind of struggled. The Guardians, they tried to fight back. They played a good game. They took a 2-0 lead there. They took a 2-0 lead there in the 3rd inning. But then it was really Baltimore the rest of the way. But Cleveland, they've hit 125 homers in 110 games this year. Last year they had 124 in 162 games. So they have more power this season, offensively. But as for the Orioles, I want to give credit to Jackson Holliday. In his first stint with the Orioles, he was like 2 for 34. In his second stint, I think he's done a much better job so far. 5 for 14. And I know that may not sound great, but it's pretty unlucky, you know, with a couple phantom called strikeouts and the home run that was just foul. I think he's doing much better as of late. Yeah, Zach Eflin was great. 6.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So I thought a really good performance in his second start. So 2 starts and 2 quality ones for him to begin his Orioles career. The guy was terrific. It's nice probably for you. It's nice to have someone, you know, that rarely walks anyone if you're an Orioles fan, because the guy barely walks anybody. The guy's great. So the Yankees will remain tied for Baltimore first place in the American League East, and the Orioles erased that early deficit and got the win. So it ain't gonna be a series sweep for the Guardians, but it's gonna be hard to sweep the Orioles. They're at least gonna get one. Cleveland's still a great team, and a good gutsy win for the Orioles. You feel better about potentially, you know, trying to salvage this series with Corbin Burns on the mound tomorrow. So it's a big win. At worst, leave a weekend of playing the best team in baseball, while Yankees against last place Charlotte just won back. But yeah, it wasn't a terrible start for Cantillo in Bibby's place. So they fell 7-4, and they'll go for try and win the series tomorrow afternoon. It wasn't a bad start for Joey Cantillo. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. You just wish the offense would have helped him out a bit more. But it's a big game tomorrow. You got to hope your bats show up, because the Orioles' bats showed up this game. Guardians, not really. Only 6 hits for 4 runs. Didn't really show up too much. Zach Eflin really dominated them. So those are the starter lines for the bullpen. Pedro Avila, 1.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 0 strikeouts. Nick Sandlin, 0.1 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts. But then Xavier Curry, that's where it gets where it gets a bit rough. 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So yeah, he definitely wasn't great, and that's probably not a guy they're going to use there if their bullpen isn't taxed, because they used Hunter Gaddis last night. They used Cade Smith. They used Emmanuel Clase. They used all those guys last night. So it's not if they're going to be able to use those guys here. And y'all give credit to the Orioles. They sent out a really different lineup tonight, because you got Austin Slater leading off, and then you got Mountcastle, Henderson, Santander, Jimenez, who they traded for, Mayo, Cowser, McCann, Holiday. They sent out a very different lineup and beat the Guardians 7-4 here. Henderson had 3 hits, Holiday, Slater, and Jimenez each had 2. Eflin gave him 6 solid innings. The bullpen did done a pretty good job. So Jackson Holiday's done a very good job since coming back up, and he's more confident this time. I think he adjusted his swing. And he's had some terrible calls going against him, so he's fully here. The lineup was very different tonight, but they did a very good job. We'll start with their lineup, or with their bullpen. .2 innings pitched from Sinel Perez. 0 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Sir Anthony Dominguez come in, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout. Got a 2-run homer there. Guinea Cano, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. So those are the bullpen lines for the hitting. For the Guardians, Quan was 0 for 2, 2 walks. Martinez and Ramirez each 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Naylor 1 for 4, Thomas 0 for 4, Jimenez 1 for 4, Daniel Schneemann 2 for 4, Naylor over 2, and Rocchio 0 for 2. He probably they should have got his shorts off the deadline, because I don't think you want Schneemann or Rocchio starting a playoff game. And there's pinch hitters, Fry, Hedges, and Noel were each 0 for 1. I think, yeah, 0 for 1. For the Orioles, Slater 2 for 3 leading off. So great game from Slater. Mullins pinch hit, was 0 for 2. Mountcastle 1 for 5. Henderson 3 for 5 in RBI. Santander 2 for 5. Jimenez 2 for 3 in RBI. Mayo 0 for 3. Colton Caleman 1 for 3 walking RBI. An RBI for Mr. Kale. McKeon was 0 for 4, and Holiday 2 for 4 and an RBI. You gotta give credit to Adley Rutschman, 1 for 1, a walk, 2 RBIs. He gave the Orioles some big insurance with those 2 RBIs in the 8th inning. O'Hearn 1 for 1 and an RBI. Urias 0 for 1. Those were your pinch hitters. 2 of them really paid off with Rutschman and O'Hearn. Mountcastle had 2 RBIs, and O'Hearn had 1. So yeah, big runs there late. Added big insurance runs in the 8th because Jose Ramirez hit that 2-run homer. So some big insurance runs, I thought, there from the Orioles there. So good win for the Orioles. They'll at least try to salvage this series tomorrow. And this felt like a punt lineup, but Slater and Jimenez combined for 4 hits. So Brandon Hyde, his pinch hitters drove in 3 runs. F1 was quality. Holiday looks great. And the fans were calling it a punt lineup, but I don't think it was a punt lineup. Maybe they'll use this lineup going forward because it looked good for them. But yeah, Orioles win 7-4. It's all I'll say for this game. Until next time out. Peace.